So today I thought I'd post how I made my chicken curry. This is very simple and easy. So I've just cut up some chicken breast. I've got some curry powder here. This is Asda's own and it's sin free because it doesn't contain any sugar or oils. Cumin, turmeric, coriander, garam masala, chili powder, lazy garlic, lazy ginger and a small tin of tomatoes, onion, mushrooms and a chicken stock. So I started off dicing my onions using this vegetable chopper. I got this from the TikTok shop and honestly I can't doubt it one little bit. I chopped this onion up in about 3 seconds. I will leave the link at the bottom of this video if you would like to buy one. I would really recommend it. It saves so much time. So I sprayed a pan with fry light and then added in the diced onions. I then put in 2 teaspoons of lazy garlic and roughly a teaspoon of the lazy ginger paste. Just mix that well to combine and fry until softened and browned. I like to add a bit of water into mine just to stop it from sticking to the pan. And then I've made up 300ml of chicken stock. Then I just added the diced up chicken into the pan with the onions, garlic and ginger. Seasoned with some salt and pepper. And then just mix that well. Now I'm not cooking the chicken here or I'm not searing it either. I start putting the spices in while it's raw. So I just threw in some curry powder and some chili powder. As you can see, I'm not measuring here. I've made this meal so many times. I've put in some garam masala. I put in roughly about a teaspoon of each spice, but like I said, I've done this so many times. And then I've put some ground coriander in there and some turmeric. I have cooked this curry for such a long time before I even started doing Slimming World, so you could always just use the curry powder without adding these extra spices if you wish, but I like to add them. They do add flavour and make it more nicer. And then I've just added some cumin as well. Mix that well together so the chicken is well coated in the curry powder. My pan is just not big enough for this meal. I was making a mess of it, but just cook this until the chicken is browned and seared. Then I've just thrown in the diced mushrooms and mixed that well together. And then I've poured in a can of chopped tomatoes. Now this is one of the small cans. If you're using a 400g can, then just probably use half of that. And then just cook this on a high heat until all the flavours are mixed together and cooked. I finally decided to transfer this over to a bigger saucepan because I was just making a big mess. I really need to get myself a bigger pan. If anyone wants to buy one for me, feel free. Once the spice and flavours were all infused, I added 300ml of chicken stock and mixed that well together, put the lid on and put it onto a simmer. And about 30 minutes later, I added some chopped coriander. I use the frozen one because I just can't look after a plant. But yeah, these are really handy. I got these from Iceland. They also do them in chili and garlic and ginger, so they are good to just have in freezer to just throw into curries. Then I like to add a tablespoon of the fat-free Greek yogurt. This is totally optional. You don't have to use this, you can opt out, but I like to have this just for that creamy texture. Once it was all done and thickened, I then served this on a bed of rice.